Notice the live. I are going to talk about the secret. Want to be in my next video? It's quite simple. You need to subscribe to the channel. If you stick an orange syringe into the head of a tomato, it will turn black. And let's just go into the game and see if that actually, if we tomato jar or of the jar, and so it seems to me that this is similar to object. We put our NPC tomato and begin to freeze it. And as you can see, it really works, and really tomatoes stop moving in the cavity of the jar, which is quite interesting, and also perhaps the developers did not hesitate to add this fact in the game. Well, and perhaps they have thought through every detail and it really should work like this. In general, it is very interesting. Write in the comments whether you knew about it. Well, and we move on to the next fact. And the following fact from our don't think it worked from the KBI jar, but when they fall out of the jar, then accordingly they are not. In general, very strange. Let's just move on to the next fact. Well, the following is a fact or a bug, I don't know. Basically also from our subscriber, if you rip off a Kenneth Tomato jar, its gravity is as weird as possible. And here we have it, just the subscriber did not think or maybe just wanted to confuse me to get into this video. But in general, buddy, you really did it. And let's go to the fulfillment of this fact myth of the bug in general. The problem is that when you try to do it, you basically cannot separate the jar from the body. No matter how you try to do it, no matter what. I even on pause, I tried to do it, but basically nothing. This NPC is like an impossible process, so I personally did not work out. But if you have something worked out, then write about it in the comments. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Again. Well, let's move on to the next fact, but this fact remains just a myth. Well, the next fact. Melanfong, notice. If you take 3 candles and hold these candles, then hold a tomato over these candles, the jar will burst and the tomato will burn. Basically, let's check it out. I think it's pretty logical it should work. We just take our VNPs, take a candle holder, put 3 candles in there and light them. And then we hold the jar over those candles. And this is where I had a little bit of a problem too. I've been doing this for a long time. I even had to put the tape on rewind, because it didn't really work for me for some reason. Maybe I have some kind of bug, and basically the candles didn't work in this fact. Because logically, it should work. And as you can see, any objects catch fire from the candle, but the tomato can does not catch fire. And in principle, neither does its body. Suppose very easy to light up, for example, fireworks, but for some reason I really did not work. Write please in the comments, maybe I did something wrong again. Well, while checking this fact possessed me just a lot of time. In general, please write in the comments, and we'll move on to the next fact. And then there's this fact. If you stick a zombie syringe into a can of tomato, interestingly, there are a number of illogical things here that I can't explain. But from that syringe principle, because it's glass in one way or another. Basically, and yes, to a zombie. Break the back of a truck. In general, let's check it out, I do not remember. Perhaps I even showed it somewhere in one of my videos, but let's see. Do it. Put our truck and, Yes, look. Literally immediately, almost from some movements, our truck brakes in a very interesting way. The body simply falls off. In general, yes, it actually works. And in general, the truck in this update is not the most interesting thing anyway. Because let's say around the NPCs now is a very bulky hype, and let's say around the new vote hype even more. Basically, getting back into the game is starting to gain momentum, but we're just waiting and watching for those updates. Well, this is the end of my video. Thank you all.